Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome to the Devi Mahatmyam class. We are almost to the finishing the Devi Mahatmya. So we are in the 12th chapter. We finished, I think, until the 9th verse in the last class. 9th verse of the 12th chapter. So 12th chapter, we all saw that it is called Bhagavati Vakyam because it is completely, the entire chapter is a series of words, the Vakya that comes out of Devi herself. And this is also becomes the Phalashruti of this Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam because she's explaining what are the benefits people will get, the Mrityu Loka, the Martya Loka, the Manavas or Devas, any benefit that any person will get out of this Mahatmya Parayana, how pleased she will be. And she also gives a certain ways of doing it. She doesn't explain it very well, but the tantras explain. The commentators, we have been watching like how the commentators respond, with their opinions and their perspectives.
They actually take from so many tantras. Like Varahi Tantram is one example.
Varahi Tantram, Lakshmi Tantram. These are the main tantras which give a lot of pramanam to this. So this is not coming out of their own, they are not imagining anything. They're telling everything with the proof. And the tantras like Lakshmi Tantram and Varahi Tantram have the pramanam for all the commentaries that these commentators make. So here we saw that we stopped at Yatraitat Pathyate Samyag Nityamayatane Mama Sadanatat Vimokshami Sanidhyam Tatrame Sthitam. That is the 9th verse of the 12th chapter. She says, my Sanidhya, I will be present. She clearly says there, I will be present in that place where this Mahatmya, this Yatraitat Pathyate, wherever, whichever location, this Mahatmya is going to be chanted or recited. Samyak Nityam Ayatane Mama. So every day, whichever house this Mahatmya is going to be recited in the most perfect way. Samyak means Sanskritam that we saw.
We say Sanskritam, right?
Sanskritam, the word Sanskritam is
Samyak Kritam. That language which has been done perfectly. It's called Sanskritam.
Samyak Kritam is Sanskritam. So that is how Samyak word is actually the perfect way of chanting. And so the commentators, and she says, Sadanatat Vimokshyami. I will never leave that place.
I will always be.
Tat na vimokshami. I will never ever leave that place where this is being, that house where this is being chanted nityam, every day. And also sarnidhyam tatrame sthitam. I will reside there. Okay. So now the commentators say, they give the meaning, they elaborate the word samyak, how it should be done. The first thing is artha anusandhana. So you have to understand the meaning, at least make an effort.
So we are explaining the word samyak here, like perfect means what are all the things which we have to do. So this is more explaining that one word samyak here.
Yeah. So the first thing is artha anusandhana. You have to try to understand the words of the Mahatmya, because she wants you to understand that it is her Mahatmya. Without understanding the glory of her, just reciting is not going to make any sense. And also her prabhava in the form of different manifestations she's making. She's always saying, my forms, whatever forms I brought out in this Mahatmya, everybody should remember that. So that only if you understand the meaning, you will understand her forms also. Brahmani, Vaishnavi, like what are they? Who are they? So we all saw that, right? We saw all of those in the last few chapters. And also there is in the Varahi Tantram, there is pramana for this, that what has to be done. This pustaka has to be kept on a pita. It has to be placed in a pita in front of you. I know many of us hold it in our hands or put it on our laps, and sometimes we are even we get too luxurious and we are in the couch reading the book like a story book. But for Parayana, it is to be given that respect. Okay, when you are doing this Parayana, it's not like Amar Chitra
You
Katha
have the
where
Saraswati Peetham, the one which few are already having here.
already
So
having
we
it.
just keep it on that.
Yeah,
Peetham.
please
Yeah.
get one. It's all available in the stores. So please get one and place the book in front of you on the pita. It's called the Saraswati Pita, and it says that Adhare sthapayitva tu pustakam vachayet tataha. It should have the adhara. You should place it on the adhara. Hasta samsthapanat devi nihati ardha phalam tataha. Ardha phalam only you will get if you hold it hasta in your hands. It's
We'll
okay,
get
don't
yeah.
worry.
We'll just get
Later on, I will tell you. I'm telling you. I told you perfect way of doing. Okay, what the tantras say. Later on, the Devi herself will have compassion on all of us, and she will say, Janata, Ajanata. Those who have the jnana, who don't have the jnana, still I'll be happy with them. So that is coming very soon. But we should also know this.
But the main concept here is that we don't keep it on the ground.
Yeah.
Keep it on some pita somewhere. So directly don't keep it on the ground. Is like, even if you are doing a puja to the god, you don't keep that directly on the ground. You have some plate or something on to make it. So here it is that is why it is, that is the main concept. Do not have it in the ground.
Yeah, don't place it on. Even the iPad, you put it on the pita. No, they don't. They haven't said about the digital world. They are talking about only pustaka. Yes, it has to be the
No,
whatever you're.
No,
It is better always, because first of all, iPad, it gives you, you're on one page and suddenly you hit somewhere, it goes to you lose that page, right? It's also generally when we are on live streams and all, I always say don't use iPads. Suddenly they are reciting the second chapter, it takes you suddenly to the 12th chapter. So it's better to print it and keep a book for yourself, so that you can also have it, have your notes and arthas and everything on the side, so that brings your attention back to that meaning. Okay. And then the next one is, he says that Parayanam, when you're doing the Parayanam, every adhyaya you should recite without break. That we are doing already. Okay, we're happy. So we are doing from the beginning till the end without shaking our heads too much. That is very important. Shiraha kampadikam tyajet. You should leave. Kampadikam means too much of shaking, like little bit here and there. It's okay. That's natural for us, right?
No, it is, yeah. You
That's-
don't exaggerate. Like you cannot do like that.
Like,
so
you
I
should
just give you
not-
example
yeah.
of how you should do it. Yeah.
So you should just be careful of your shira movement, also the body movements, and if because of your memory, loss of memory, if you skip any chapter or words or anything, if you suddenly you realize that, oh, the words sometimes they, most of the last word of the one line may be repeated in some other chapters also, so suddenly you start with another line in the other chapter. So because of your loss of memory, right, he says you go back to the first chapter and start again all over. No making up, no saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I went to this other chapter, I'm coming back. You can't continue at that point. You have to go back to the first chapter and start again.
No,
And
that is, see, when there is the reason for memory here is, there is one like this is all mantras. So any mantras which are like less than this is again another tantram, less than 1,000 slokas. then we have to be, it has to be memorized. If something is more than 1,000 slokas, you can read from a book. So this is again ideal concept, and none of us can actually, for us, maybe that was like time of the sages when they could memorize all this. But today we will not be able to say without the book completely. So that the issue, the main concept which is being said is, that is why we are always tell everybody to have a book. Even though it says that you have to do in memory, it is impossible. So have a book and make sure you follow the book correctly. Suddenly you lose your concentration, it goes somewhere, and from second chapter it went to fifth chapter. Somewhere if it happens, then you start from the first chapter again. That is why we just have to focus on that and then keep the book and then follow the book
Follow the
fully.
lines. Not like you just have it there and you're still doing it on your own. In fact, Swamigal, when we used to recite in front of him, he used to listen. He always made sure, he always insisted that we have a book. Even for Sahasranama, whatever you know, like by heart, he will say you should have a book. And not for like just say for the sake of having the book in front of you, but following the lines so that you don't,
your focus is
focus
fully
should not
on
be
that.
diverted completely. Okay. And then again, there are few more things that in the Gita Press book, there are a few more things that is given, that you should have a very pleasant voice when you're reciting, and then you should the aksharas should be very clear. There should not be any ambiguity, like there's no clarity. Without clarity you should not chant. And then the padu, the whatever breaking we have done, you have to do it very carefully. Otherwise, don't break the sandhi, do it together. We have seen that in so many places already, right? How it becomes an anartha. When you, in fact, the pada vibhaga, when you do the breaking of the pada, if you put a pressure in the wrong alphabet, the entire meaning changes, right? We have seen that so many examples we saw. So we have to be very careful. Otherwise, if you are not confident about where to break, do it completely without any sandhi breaking.
Like for example, like any Vedas, if you have to get like a meaning or do a sandhi, it is very, first of all, difficult, and then we may not know exactly what the exact words are. For example, bhadram pashe makshabhiryajatraha, right? So bhadram pashe makshabhiryajatraha, that is what you all say that, right? When you say bhadram karne bhi shrunuyama. So bhadram pashe ma, it is not bhadram pashe makshabhihi. If you say that, then it is wrong. Because if you give a wrong, you give a breath in the wrong place, bhadram pashe makshabhihi, that is not the word. Bhadram pashyema means pashyema is a atmanepada, like let my eyes be, like everything be seen. Bhadram, like whatever which are seen
by me,
may that be good, right? Pashyema akshabhihi. So pashyema, aksha means eyes. Akshabhihi, two eyes, right? So it is a dual. Akshabhihi is the word. So pashyema plus akshabhihi becomes pashyemakshabhihi. But you should not say pashe makshabhihi, then it is wrong, right? So
ma belongs to pashe.
Pashe, the word pashe.
That's a variation. Pashyema
is
the variation of the word. Root word is pashya. So that is a variation of that word. If I say variation, variation in the next word, it doesn't make any sense. So that's how it is. Right?
Are we allowed to read inside, or do we have to?
Yeah, we'll say all that is
so it has to be with a pleasant voice. And it says Uttam Swar. Uttam Swar means little aloud, so that people around you can also hear the Mahatmya. Because that listening to the Mahatmya, it has so much of phala that Devi herself says. So more than Manasika,
in the first already we explained that in the Kilakam, right?
Yeah, Stotrehi Uchchehi, there will be one verse there in Kilakam. So whenever you're doing the stotra, it has to be Uchchaswara. But not too,
No,
not
not
with the
shouting, no.
loudspeaker like that.
No,
No,
not shouting,
not shouting. Yeah.
and not in like it should not be like upamsu, like you only see my right.
Lips, right.
Even if
That
you
is
say
for japa.
only for japa, it has to be upamsu. For all the japa, it has to be upamsu, because you have to do like that. Only you have to say in that voice where japa you are able to hear. So it can be that low voice, only you hear, not others hear. That is a japa.
See, in Kilaka, you have Shanaistu Japya Manesmin
Manesmin.
Stotre Sampattihi Uchakaihi. Means when you say the stotra in a very slow Shanaihi, in a very slow Mandaswara, then the what phala you get will be only half. So it says, and when you say it a little aloud, in a meetha swara, in a very pleasant voice, you get purna phala. Shanai sujapya manesmin stotre sampatti uchakaihi. Stotre sampattihi uchakaihi. You get the sampatti purna phala only when you say uchakaihi. Okay.
Like Savarne Surya Tanayo Yomunu Kathyate Stamaha. That is a good.
Yeah.
So it is like Uchakai only. Uchakai here, like when I say it is not like it is not shouting.
Shout or
You should
yell,
in fact, this
scream.
Tantra says you should not scream. I see that they just want to show off, so they shout at the top of the voice. It would never be done.
Even Rudra or any Vedic chanting,
any Vedic,
anything.
in fact, Vedic chanting also same rules. These are all actually Vedic rules, chanting rules. That just because I have such a great voice that I can outbeat anybody's voice, so I just go take that. That is not correct. You have to in a medium where everybody is able to follow. That is the main thing, right? Yeah.
And then, and also it has to have like a very confident reciting. You should not be like doubtful and
chant confidently.
Chant confidently.
Yes.
That will come only with practice and with the artha anusandhana, and also the clarity in your language in the Sanskrit. That's why the alphabet, the practice is very important for this. Only then you will be able to confidently do it, chanting it. Okay. And then, and there is no you should never rush on finishing this. You just start, okay, I have to rush. You're looking at the clock, you want to rush. You want to go very fast. That's not a good thing to do.
It is already planned that this should take this much time, so do I have that much time to do?
Yeah.
First,
plan
for it, then do it.
And also no singing. Don't you should never put a tune to it, and whatever is prescribed, we have taught you according to the prescribed way, so just follow that. I don't know, the 4th chapter and the 11th chapter has a bit of because that is because of the meter, the chandas is changing. We are giving the slight intonations actually,
Like you cannot,
not big
you cannot,
tune to
if you
it,
know
right?
like music, then okay, I will set the first chapter to this raga, second chapter to this raga. You cannot do all of
You
this.
should not do
It
that.
should not be singing is not allowed. These are all clearly said. That's why we don't. So that's why we have that one where how we are saying there will be slightly intonations, right? But because of the natural the natural way of actually doing a sloka, that is why those slight intonations are given. So if you technically, you can say that somebody can ask me, well, even that small intonation, is it allowed? So we actually, when I was young, we actually allowed to do it in a harsham where we don't say any change. But it was so difficult for you can try Savarni Surya Tanayo Yomanakatyate Shtama in the same straight line. Like those who know music, like they know if it is in the same way, no change at all. It is actually within 5 minutes you will lose, like you will not say, because you will get really tired. So you have to have the sloka in there like a natural rhythm, and that is that rhythm we have set for the Devi Mahatmyam.
So these are the main things that you have to follow when you're reciting. Just these small things that you pay attention to. Mostly we are doing it the way
Everything
it is
is being
prescribed.
done.
Except the books, I have never insisted. I didn't put so much pressure on that all these days in any of the classes. We never did that. But I think going forward, now that you have started to understand it, let us follow. That's not a big rocket science, right? We can put a Pitha could be of any height. They don't prescribe the height or anything.
You can have
If
any
your eye level
any
or
stand
anything.
is
Any
required.
stand is
Any
important.
stand. It is not like this stand does anything. Any stand
Anything.
not on the ground.
And in fact, there is one more thing. Important thing is it says the text should not be written by hand by you. Some people like to write it, I know, but this text particularly, it should not be written by hand. And
The actual lines is what we should not write.
the entire Mahatmya with the Anga and everything. So it should not be handwritten. And rest of the things, I think, we have covered most of it. Main thing is the meanings. They are giving a lot of importance to the meanings. And there is a little more thing about the Havana and all, like how should be done for the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. For that reason, you offer tilam in a very nicely lit fire. So those are the Havana
when we
rules.
do the
Like
Homa, if you see Navakshari Mantra, we offer the white till, right? So
the tilam
because
is
again, we are not just
we are not
randomly
randomly selecting white sesame, right? You know that we are using it as a dravya.
Either we like it or because it's good for health. It's not like
it's
that.
not like that.
Yeah.
It has been prescribed in the Varahi Tantra that this should be used. Rice should be used. That is why payasannam that will come later in the Rahasya
That is
Trayam.
rice cooked in
Payas in the milk.
So it's called payasam.
Tilasarpisha. Then you add tilam to that.
Yeah.
So that is how the
Havis
should be prepared and everything. So that is for the 9th shloka. Now we will continue with the 10th verse of 12th chapter.
Bali pradane pujayam.
Bali pradane pujayam. Bali pradane pujayam.
Agni karye mahotsave.
Agni karye mahotsave. Agni karye mahotsave.
So pujayam, Agni karye will combine as pujayam Agni karye. Bali pradane pujayam Agni karye mahotsave.
Bali pradane pujayam Agni karye mahotsave. Bali pradane pujayam Agni karye mahotsave.
Sarvam mamaita charitam.
Sarvam mamaita charitam. Sarvam mamaita charitam.
Ucharyam shravyameva cha.
Ucharyam shravyameva cha. Ucharyam shravyameva cha.
So charitam and ucharyam become charitam ucharyam. Sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha.
Sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha. Sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha. Pradane pujayam Agni karye mahotsave. Sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha. Bali pradane pujayam Agni karye mahotsave. Sarvam mamaita charitam ucharyam shravyameva cha.
So mama, the second line, Sarvam mama etat charitam ucharya. So that word mamaitat charitam ucharya will be ucharyam will be broken as mama etat charitam ucharyam. My this charitam, etat charitam means this charitam of me, mama, should be sarvam, should all of it should be this charitam, all of it should be ucharyam, should be recited. Shravyam should also be listened to and also be listened to. When She's giving it that in the
So
first
that
line.
is why we said cannot do upamsu, because if I am do only I can only hear, then how can others listen to it, right?
So
So it has to be,
Shravyam is very
it
important.
has to be ucharyam, means it has to be actually done, like spoken, actual Vaikhari. It has to be like outside voice has to come. That is ucharyam. Shravyam is then if I am doing something, obviously there will be somebody who can
Listen
listen.
also.
That is shravyam.
Even you can yourself
can
to
listen.
it, right?
You can do ucharyam, and continuously you will also listen to what you are also saying.
When so pujaya bali pradane pujayam agnikarye mahotsave, when it should be done like this is during the Mahotsava, Maha Utsava. At that time, the bali pradana, offering the bali, pujayam, the doing the puja, as well as the agni karya, that is homa. Doing all these three during the Mahotsava, and also sarvam etat charitam, all of the charitam should be recited and also listened to. So that means that will please her. We have to add that. We have to understood. It is understood basically that this will please her. And now, what is the pujaya means? Bali pradana is the bali offering
Of bali.
Bali, and then pujayam, they say that you offer the pushpa, chandana during the puja kala, whatever you offer, right? The
Yes,
vastram,
puja.
you bhushana alankaram, all the alankara that you do, all those things, the offering is everything. All these things are also called puja only. Puja means not only doing the flower archana, everything together forms the puja. Okay, and then Agni Karya is the basically the Havana Karya, and then Mahotsave, they say they have given a lot of description about what is that Mahotsava. She says Mahotsava. When is that Mahotsava actually? So every month, actually, there are all the 12 months. There are different. Each month there is a different unique Mahotsava to be celebrated. Just like we have the Sharda Navratri, Sharat Mahotsava, right? The Navratri Mahotsava. The Chaitra Masa, starting from the Chaitra Masa, that is our first month, the new year, right? You have the Vasantotsava. So they have given, actually every month there is a Utsava to be done for Devi. And some are like Jala Mahotsava. They take the number Teppam Chulvale. So there are certain months where Devi is taken, the deities are Devatas are taken in the water. And so there are different types of Mahotsavas. That's all prescribed. Basically, what? Every month, every now and then you have to recite. That is the main thing. This is that is what it means. And how it should be done? Agni Karya, Puja, Bali Pradana, all these things should be done in this Mahotsavas, where all of my charitam should be recited and also listened to. Okay.
And also, there should be, they say, the commentators say there's Angangi Bhava, means they are all dependent. So this Devi Mahatmyam, the usage of this Devi Mahatmyam, which is the 700 mantras, has to be done in coordination along with a puja, along with the Havana, along with the Bali Pradana.
These three become the Angi and Anga Bhava. That is Angi, Anga means they are
So one of them, say, you cannot see, the thing
supporting
is supporting each other. For example, I know there are few who just do the Bali only, but not doing. So we have to do the Bali Pradhanam
as part
of the puja, like as part of this Havana. Then it is okay. You cannot just do a Bali just because you want to have that. So that is not. So we cannot do Bali Pradhanam. You have to do Bali, Puja, Havana are part of this Chandi mantra. And for Chandi mantra, all of that are required.
So Anga, Angi, Bhava, they are said.
They are dependent, mutually dependent. No, the Bali means the animal
offering.
Offering you give.
Animal offering is there.
Yeah, that is what is called the Bali.
Prescribed in there, but there are certain limitations to that also.
Yeah. There are ways.
So we won't
yeah.
go deeply into that, but
Yeah.
we are not.
Yeah.
Parayana at home, if we are reading it, then do we have to do some puja with it?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
there is a puja for that
vidhi
to
is
do.
there.
Vidhi to do before you have.
So that is what it is said.
Yeah.
So Charitam Parayanam, Charita Parayanam is there. That much we have learnt now.
Yeah.
But also there are these angis which support this Charitra Parayana, like the puja, Havana Karya, or the Bali Pradana. So those, of course, those who are trained in that will help you achieve that. Like the individual, we can go to a certain extent, right? We can't be, our limitations are so much that we can't do everything. Now that age is not the Kali Yuga, you can't expect all of that, right? But you get an acharya to do that for you. So, but the puja, Chandi Avarana Puja should be that the puja, it should be part of a puja. So the puja becomes an angi to this Charitra Parayana. It is not like it is a standalone.
So regular, you cannot chant your Devi Mahatmyam at home like on a regular basis without the puja.
We do the puja, everything.
Parayana-
It may not be elaborate. You don't have to do Havana, may not be done. But when you do a thing, it is like our Devi Mat, we say Parayana Krama. It is a Parayana, it is like a puja Krama only. It is.
So a
It-
basic puja at least should be done.
Yes, it has. Finally, you can just do even otherwise. When you do the japa, we are actually doing a puja, right? Panchopachara. Even though you may not have like actually gandham or pushpa, you say lam prithvyatmane gandham kalpayami. You are imagining all of this.
That
Right?
itself is a puja.
Puja.
The japa itself is a puja.
Japa, you imagine in your mind, that is a puja. Even for Devi Mahatmyam, you at the end will say, right? After the Dhyana Shloka Vidyudama, you will say lam prithvyatmane gandham kalpayami. So it is not that we are doing Devi Mahatmyam without puja. We are doing. I'm just giving you the awareness that
just
that is
the
puja.
Mantra japa itself, it's so beautifully, it's so quickly they have given the author, they give the respect to the author, the rishi who has envisioned this mantra, and then the meter and everything. It declares the formation of the mantra. The dhyana shloka is invoking the deity. The puja avahana is done. The moment you invoke the dhyana shloka, you recite, avahana of the deity is done. And then immediately you're doing the mantra japa, and then immediately panchopachara. That itself is a smallest puja on a daily basis that you're doing. Okay. So similarly, so it's
We are
part-
doing it.
we are already doing it. Even by doing just the parayana, you will do it as a puja only, but you should not stop there. Okay, I know everything. You should see what else is there. So they say that Agni Karya or the puja and the Bali Pradana are all anga bhava to this Charitra Parayana.
Janata vapi.
So this Mahotsava, I'll just finish one more.
Yeah.
So the day you take the Diksha, that Dina is also called a Mahotsava.
That's why we say we have to write.
You
make a
have to
note of that,
remember the
that
day
particular
of the Diksha day.
Because that day
So
will
that is a
become
very important Mahotsava. I wanted to say that. So before I forget, so the day the Diksha, when you take the mantra Upadesha from the Guru, that itself becomes your Mahotsava.
Janata vapi. Bali pujam tatha kritam. Janata vapi bali pujam tatha kritam. Pratichishyamyaham pritya. Vanni homam tatha kritam. Pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tatha kritam.
Pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tatha kritam. Pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tatha kritam. Janata janata vapi bali pujam tatha kritam. Pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tatha kritam. Janata janata vapi bali pujam tatha kritam. Pratichishyamyaham pritya vanni homam tatha kritam.
So, Janata, Ajanata. Okay. Janata means there is an avagraha there. Janata plus Ajanata becomes Janata.
No break after Janata. Janata means Janata. If you give a break, then you have to say Janata, Ajanata. So one is by knowing and not knowing. Yeah.
So those who have the Jankari, the knowledge. What is knowledge? When you are able to understand what the Shastras say, that is called you have knowledge. When you are unable to understand what the Shastras say, it is Ajanata. You have no knowledge. So she says, whether the person knows or he does not know, whatever Bali Puja he offers, Tatha Kritam, whatever Bali Puja he offers, Vanni Homam, similarly, whether he does by knowing the Shastras or by not knowing that Shastras so fully, whether he does that Homa, whether if he offers the Bali Puja or the Homa, Pratichishyam Yaham Pritva, I will accept it. I will accept whatever he does. Okay? So, Nyatva karmani kurvita. So, this says karma becomes the anga for knowledge. When you have knowledge, but just having the knowledge is of no use, right? The karma has to be done. So, it has to support this knowledge that you have. So, whether you know you understand the Shastras, you have the jnanam and do your karma, or you don't know anything, but you're still doing the karma. It could be either way, right? Both are accepted by Devi. That's what I was telling you. That don't worry, any imperfections also, she's a compassionate mother. She will definitely accept. But once you know it, you try to follow it. You should not, ignore it once you know. Ajanata, ignorance is bliss. Basically, it's better to not know, right? For people like us, because it's too hard for us to follow every bit of it. It is better not to know, but once you know, once you have made an effort to know and you understand, then you better follow it.
So she is like here brings forth that quality as a loving mother here, compassionate mother. That she is saying, okay, these are all rules, but we know how much you can follow. So
no, there is also commentaries. They say that any shortfalls of these things, right? Because of your ajnanata, because of your less knowledge, any shortfalls will be overcome by just the Charitra Parayana.
This Parayana
will make it all even. That's how the commentators look at it.
Like the Prayashchittam, right? We have to do a Prayashchittam or some like atonement of what we have done wrong. And this Ucharyam and Shravyam, hearing and also just reciting, is that atonement.
That itself becomes that makes it all even. Yeah. So whether you do any shortfalls that you have.
Sharat Kale Mahapuja.
Sharat Kale Mahapuja. Sharat Kale Mahapuja.
Kriyate Yacha Varshiki.
Kriyate Yacha Varshiki. Kriyate Yacha Varshiki.
Sharat Sharatkale Mahapuja Kriyate Ya cha Varshiki.
Sharatkale Mahapuja Kriyate Ya cha Varshiki. Sharatkale Mahapuja Kriyate Ya cha Varshiki.
Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam.
Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam. Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam.
Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha.
Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha. Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha.
Sharatkale Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha.
Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha. Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha. Sharatkale Mahapuja Kriyate Ya cha Varshiki. Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha. Sharatkale Mahapuja Kriyate Ya cha Varshiki. Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha.
So Sharat Kale, during the Sharat Kala, Mahapuja, she calls her Sharat Kala Puja itself, Navaratri as Mahapuja. And Kriyate Yacha Varshiki, those who do this Parayana during the Sharat Kala Mahapuja or during the Varshiki. Varshiki means Vasanta Navaratri. That is our first Chaitra Masa, right?
The Varsha starting.
Annual starting, the year, we
Chaitra.
start with the
Chaitra.
Vasanta Navaratri, Chaitra Navaratri. So, who Bhakti Samanvitaha, who does Mama Etant Mahatmyam, who does the Mahatmya, this Mahatmya of mine, who listens to this with Bhakti, lot of Bhakti Samanvitaha, then continue with the next one. What happens, what does he get, will be told in the next two lines. Sarva
Badha Vinirmukto.
Sarva Badha Vinirmukto. Sarva Badha Vinirmukto.
Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha.
Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha. Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha.
Sarva Badha Vinirmukto Dhanadhanya Samanvitaha.
Badha Vinirmukto.
Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha.
Sarva Badha Vinirmukto. Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha.
Manushyo Mat Prasadena.
Manushyo Mat Prasadena. Manushyo Mat Prasadena.
Bhavishyati na samshayaha.
Bhavishyati na samshayaha. Bhavishyati na samshayaha.
Manushyo Mat Prasadena Bhavishyati na samshayaha.
Manushyo Mat Prasadena Bhavishyati na samshayaha. Manushyo Mat Prasadena Bhavishyati na samshayaha. Sarva Badha Vinirmukto Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha. Manushyo Mat Prasadena Bhavishyati na samshayaha. Sarva Badha Vinirmukto Dhanadhanya Sutanvitaha. Manushyo Mat Prasadena Bhavishyati na samshayaha.
So the last verse I said, Sharatkale Mahapuja, in the Mahapuja of Sharatkala, that is the Sharda Navratri, and Kriyate Yacha Varshiki, those who does this during the Sharatkala Mahapuja and Yacha Vasanta Navratri, that is Varshiki. So here Bhaskara Raya has made an important comment saying, some people think that Varshiki means only once a year. Varshiki means in once a year. That is not true.
That is, they only think that one Navaratri, which is the Sharad
Navaratri,
Navaratri,
is the only one
has
Navaratri.
to be done once in a year. That is what they
People
wrongly
think,
assume.
But Varshiki means the one which starts during the Chaitra Varsha. The new year, when it starts, you have the Navaratri. So it's not once a year. It is also it means the Chaitra Navaratri.
2 times
which
in
is
a year.
Vasanta Navaratri. And this word Shrutva is very important here. Those who listen to this during that time, my Mahatmya, Bhakti Samanvitaha, with lot of Bhakti, what happens to him is Sarva Badha Vinirmukto. All his obstacles are removed. Dhana Dhanya Sutanvitaha. He is blessed with prosperity and children. Manushyo Mat Prasadena, because of this prasada,
My blessing.
Manusyaha, they will all be blessed. All these Manushya will be blessed with the prosperity and children. Bhavishyati na samshayaha. There is no doubt that men will be blessed with all this prosperity and the obstacles will be removed. So, and to do what? Just to listen to the Charitra, her Mahatmya during the Navaratri.
The 2
So
Navaratris.
imagine, just for listening, she gives so much of blessings.
Does that mean like either or?
No, and.
And Chanaka and.
And, yeah.
Either
Sa-
or lang kadayadu.
Yeah,
Chana and.
So if you do every day, she's with you, she's there.
Nityam ayatane mama.
Then it is doing this, yeah. Or you don't have to do, somebody is reciting, you don't.
You just listen to
You
it.
listen to it also is okay, because not everybody can actually
See,
chant.
Ramayanamla solluva theriyuma. You just go listen to the pravachana, that itself will remove your papa and solvalya. Just listening to that charitra is more than enough.
Just by Shutva, but Shutta Bhakti
Bhakti
Samanvitaha.
Samanvitaha.
With the Bhakti. It is not like you have that pure Shraddha, Bhakti, devotion, faith, all of that in that. Then Sarva Bhada Vidinmukto Dhanadhana Sutanvitaha Manushyomat Prasadane Bhavishyati na Samshayaha.
Samshayaha.
So they are all together.
And also Artha Anusandhana. That is also important.
Yeah.
Only then you will get the bhakti.
Yeah. Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam.
Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam. Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam.
Tatha chotpattaya shubhaha.
Tatha chotpattaya shubhaha. Tatha chotpattaya shubhaha.
Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam tatha chotpattaya shubhaha.
Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam tatha chotpattaya shubhaha. Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam tatha chotpattaya shubhaha.
Parakramam cha yuddheshu.
Parakramam cha yuddheshu. Parakramam cha yuddheshu.
Jayate nirbhayah puman.
Jayate nirbhayah puman. Jayate nirbhayah puman.
Parakramam cha yuddheshu jayate nirbhayah puman.
Parakramam cha yuddheshu jayate nirbhayah puman. Parakramam cha yuddheshu jayate nirbhayah puman. Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam tatha chotpattaya shubhaha. Parakramam cha yuddheshu jayate nirbhayah puman. Shrutva mamaitan mahatmyam tatha chotpattaya shubhaha. Parakramam cha yuddheshu jayate nirbhayah puman.
So again Shrutva, again by listening to Mama Yetat Mahatmyam, my this Mahatmya, Tatha also Cha Utpataya Shubhaha. Shubhaha means all her Mangala Swarupa that came out.
Came out of her.
All of those Brahmani.
Utpatti means which is created. Utpatti, creation.
All those Mangala Swarupa that that were created by me.
Like
that
Brahmi, Mageshwari,
all
all
those
of
Vaishnavi, Varahi, all the Ashtamatrikas, their Mangala Swarupas, right? They are listening to the Charitra, my Charitra, and also how they were all manifested. They all manifested out of me. And also Parakramam cha Yuddheshu. All my Parakrama during the Yuddha, how all my parakrama, whatever happened in the battlefield, all these three things, if that Puman means Manushyaha, Purushaha. So whoever listens to all these things during the not during, like basically she's talking about the Sharatkale Mahapuja and Kriyate Yachavashiki. During that time, when they listen to my Parakrama, Yuddha Parakrama and my Mangala Swarupa, all the rupas that came out of me, and also my Mahatmya, he becomes Nirbhayaha. All the fears get destroyed. He becomes fearless.
But listening also we should do fully, right?
Yes, not here and there. Only then you will know all the Parakrama and everything, right?
Ripavassam kshayam yanti.
Ripavassam kshayam yanti. Ripavassam kshayam yanti.
Kalyanam chopapadyate.
Kalyanam chopapadyate. Kalyanam chopapadyate.
Ripavassam kshayam yanti. Kalyanam chopapadyate.
Ripavassam kshayam yanti. Kalyanam chopapadyate. Ripavassam kshayam yanti. Kalyanam chopapadyate.
Nandate chakulam pumsam.
Nandate chakulam pumsam. Nandate chakulam pumsam.
Mahatmyam mama shranvatam.
Mahatmyam mama shunvatam. Mahatmyam mama shunvatam.
Nandate chakulam pumsam. Mahatmyam mama shranvatam.
Nandate chakulam pumsam. Mahatmyam mama shunvatam. Nandate chakulam pumsam. Mahatmyam mama shunvatam. Ripavassam kshayam yanti. Kalyanam chopapadyate. Nandate chakulam pumsam. Mahatmyam mama shunvatam. Ripavassam kshayam yanti. Kalyanam chopapadyate. Nandate chakulam pumsam. Mahatmyam mama shunvatam.
Okay, so Ripavaha. Ripavaha means Ripuhu means enemies. Ripavaha means Ripuhu means enemy. Ripavaha is the plural.
Enemies.
Enemies. Samkshayam, to that person who listened to all my charitra and my parakrama in the yuddha, all my mangala swarupas, his enemies will be samkshayam, they will all be defeated, killed. Yanti kalyanam cha upapadyate. To him all the kalyana will happen, mangala will happen.
Enemies are all removed and good things happen.
Good things happen. Nandatecha kulam pumsam. His kula will be happily flourishing.
Nandate means, Nanda means Ananda, right?
Ananda.
Happiness.
Happiness to
Nandatecha
his
kulam.
kula. And then Mahatmya.
Not just for him, his own
the
generations, entire his son, daughter, family, grand, all of that. Everybody is blessed because of this. Nandatecha kulam.
Pumsam Mahatmyam mama shrunvatam. Again, listening to her Mahatmyam.
If you see about the listening, normally, like even don't go, instead of going to like too much olden times, just think about like 50, 60 years back, there will be nobody to, if they will all do this Devi Mahatmyam, but the only way is that they would not know how to do, because there will be nobody to teach. So what they would do is, they will call the priest, and they will call the priest home and tell the priest to chant this Devi Mahatmyam, and they will do the puja and they will listen to it. So that is why you get all this listening, right? Now, because you are all able to chant, you are able to both do the pathanam as well as the shruti or the hearing, because your own you will be hearing, or in the group you are all hearing, right? So that is the important thing, is it is not just for chanting, but hearing also has a lot of padan. In fact, the last 3 or 4 is mainly like for the hearing. Shanti karmane sarvatra.
Shanti karmani sarvatra, Shanti karmani sarvatra,
तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने
तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने, तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने,
शांति कर्मणि सर्वत्र तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने
Shanti karmani sarvatra, तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने, Shanti karmani sarvatra, तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने,
ग्रह पीडासु चोग्रासु
ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु, ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु,
माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम
माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम, माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम,
ग्रह पीडासु चोग्रासु माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम
ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु, माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम, ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु, माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम, शान्ति कर्मणि सर्वत्र तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने, ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु, माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम, शान्ति कर्मणि सर्वत्र तथा दुःस्वप्न दर्शने, ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु, माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम.
So Shanti Karmani, in all the karma, Shanti karma that you do at home, also during Dussapna Darshane, in case you get bad dreams, anybody in the family gets bad dreams, Ugrasu Graha Pidasu, very Ati Ugra, fearful Graha Pida, when you have the
Pida means problems
Navagraha
and Graha Pida means the problems arising due to some Navagraha not properly aligned for you, like this Rahu not good, the Ketu, something we all say, right? So Graha Pida. So Shanti, that is what is called Graha Pida because of that.
So all these times you Mama Mahatmyam Shrunuyat. So listen to my Mahatmya. So that means all these
by listening to the Mahatmya
itself, all these
you will get Shanti Karma, like
during
the Shanti Karmani.
Shanti Karmana Navagraha Shanti.
Or it's not just Navagraha Shanti, any good, any puja, anything, any prayer you do, which is good for you, like the house.
Like
even
like Graha Pravesha.
If you light a lamp, that is a Shanti Karma. Light a lamp in the home, right? It is simple. Anything good thing, yeah.
So during good times and bad times, basically.
Tatha Dusapna Darshane.
Shanti Karma Pandrabodu, you have to do it. Bad times also, like you feel that you are being.
When the many like particular kids, right, they will be suffering because of like this Swapna Darshana, like Duswapna or bad dreams. They may start crying. Anything can, right? Because of just this, that is why Duswapnam is also not good. Tatha Duswapna Darshane. Then Graha Pidasu cha Ugrasu Mahatmam Shrunayan Mama. Upasarga Shamam Yanti. Next line it is coming. It is the same thing.
Graha Pida, Dusapna, everything.
What will happen now? In the next line it is given.
If you listen to this Mahatmya,
Shrunayan Mama, if you listen, now
what
that
happens?
is the next line. Yeah. Upasarga Shamam Yanti.
Upasarga Shamam Yanti. Upasarga Shamam Yanti.
Graha Pidascha Darunaha.
Graha Pidascha Darunaha. Graha Pidascha Darunaha.
Upasarga Shamam Yanti. Graha Pidascha Darunaha.
Upasarga Shamam Yanti. Graha Pidascha Darunaha. Upasarga Shamam Yanti. Graha Pidascha Darunaha.
Duswapnam cha nirbhirdrishtam.
Duswapnam cha nirbhirdrishtam. Duswapnam cha nirbhirdrishtam.
Suswapnamupajayate.
Suswapnamupajayate. Suswapnamupajayate.
Duswapnam Duswapnam chandravardrishtam suswapnamupajayate.
Duswapnam chandravardrishtam suswapnamupajayate. Duswapnam chandravardrishtam suswapnamupajayate. Upasargashamam yanti grahapidasya darunaha. Duswapnam chandravardrishtam suswapnamupajayate. Upasargashamam yanti grahapidasya darunaha. Duswapnam chandravardrishtam suswapnamupajayate.
So upasargaha means all the upadravas, all the
Problems
created by who? The grahapidas. What do they become? They become shamam. Shamam means shankaram.
Shanti.
Shamam means shanti. Becomes very
All that gets resolved. The problems created by the Navagrahas, you don't have to go and ask anybody what would be a life.
What should I do?
What should I do? So the answer is here. The Navagraha problem. So Devi Mahatmyam.
Devi Mahatmyam Parayana is the only answer to it.
Yeah, listen to it.
Listen to it, listening. And Darunaha means very extremely fearful upadravas.
Like
And
you
then-
cannot even think about it. It's so bad. Like and the problems come with such a force that you cannot even have it. Right. So
You
that is
cannot,
what. Yeah.
think anything
Yeah.
about what to do. So this will help. And Dribihi means Naraha, all the
Humans.
people who
All of us
who
humans.
get the Dusapna, their Swapna will change to Suswapnam Upajayate.
Bad
Their
dreams will
bad dreams-
convert into good dreams.
Good dreams.
Nirbhigi means Naraha.
Naraha.
Yeah, humans. Yeah.
That is, Dribihi Drishtam means seen by humans.
The bad dreams
Bad
seen
dreams
by
seen by
humans
humans.
will be changed to like good dreams. Yeah. Balagrahabhibhutanam.
Balagrahabhibhutanam. Balagrahabhibhutanam.
Balanam shantikarakam.
Balanam shantikarakam. Balanam shantikarakam.
Balagrahabhibhutanam. Balanam shantikarakam.
Balagrahabhibhutanam. Balanam shantikarakam. Balagrahabhibhutanam. Balanam shantikarakam.
Sanghata bhede chandranam.
Sanghata bhede chandranam. Sanghata bhede chandranam.
Maitri karanamuttamam.
Maitri karanamuttamam. Maitri karanamuttamam.
I have said full right? No? Okay. Sanghata bhede chandranam maitri karanamuttamam.
Sanghata bhede chandranam. Maitri karanamuttamam. Sanghata bhede chandranam. Maitri karanamuttamam. Balagrahabhibhutanam. Balanam shantikarakam. Sanghata bhede chandranam. Maitri karanamuttamam. Balagrahabhibhutanam. Balanam shantikarakam. Sanghata bhede chandranam. Maitri karanamuttamam.
So Balanam, those kids, children who are held by Balagrahabhibhutanam, all those bhutas which create the Balagraha, like we say Balarishta and all. When they are kids, when they are growing up,
So
they have
like
some kids.
some physical ailment or like mental or like they are always fearing something. Whatever they will all have more fear. So like the kids, so that is what is talking.
So
Because they
that
are
kind of kids, they will all become Shanti Karakam. This Mahatmya Parayana will bring a peace to them, peace to the kids. And also, Sanghata Bhede Chandranam. Nrina means again Manusha, all the Naras. Sanghata Bhedecha means because of their own kalaha, like, sometimes you don't even know, misunderstanding. There is some kind of enmity between your own friends, your own people, your own relatives. You don't even know what
It may
happened.
not be real. It may be even
But
imagined.
something must have been
Something triggered that.
Something triggered and evolved out of your own misunderstanding or because of the other person's. Whatever the difference occurred, Maitri Karanam Uttamam, that will all change into friendship. Maitri means friendship.
Durvrittanam Balahani karam param Durvrittanam Seshanam Balahani karam param Raksho bhuta pishachanam Patana devanashanam Raksho bhuta pishachanam Patana devanashanam
So Asheshanam Durvrittanam. So all the Durvritta, those who are evil, Balahani Karamparam, this by Patana Teva, by Patana of the Mahatmya, because of
by
this,
reading it.
by reading is, all the people who are evil, Balahani Karamparam, their Bala will, Hani means will be depreciated. Their Bala will come down, and Raksho Bhuta Pishachana, all the Rakshasas and
Bhuta.
Pishacha and Bhuta, they will be Nashanam. They will be destroyed, killed by what? By Patanateva, by reading this Charitra.
Sarvam mamaitan mahatmyam Mama sannidhikarakam Sarvam mamaitan mahatmyam Mama sannidhikarakam Pashu pushparghya dhupaischa Gandhadipaistathottamaih Pashu pushparghya dhupaischa Gandhadipaistathottamaih
पशुपुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्तथोत्तमैः सर्वं ममैतन्माहात्म्यं मम सन्निधिकारकम् पशुपुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्तथोत्तमैः.
So, Sarvam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Mama Etat Mahatmyam. My this Mahatmya, all of it, Sarvam, Sannidhikarakam. It will become it will make the Sannidhyam happen. This just the Parayana itself. You don't have to do a lot of years of tapas. Sit on the Himalayas on one leg and, do the Ekapadasana and do the tapas. Just by the Charitra Parayana, you will get my Sannidhyam. And those who do the Pashu, Pushpa, Dhupa, Arghya, Dhupa, all these are Anga of the Puja, right? And Gandha, Deepaihi, Tatha, Uttamaihi. Very nice Pushpa, all like superlative. Very beautiful Pushpa and Dhupa and Arghya and Pashu. And Gandha. Pashu the animal. Yeah. So all of this, not very like
you give the best
the
of all
dried
this.
Flowers or anything. Not
whatever you offer, you
whatever
give the best.
you offer it the best way. What happens? The following verses will tell you. Vipranam.
Pashu also, when you think Pashu.
No,
Pashuna,
the Bali
it
is part of the
Angi.
puja,
Bali
right?
Pradane,
Yeah.
Pujayam, Agni Karye, right? All of these are Angi of the Parayana. So they have included everything.
Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi.
Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi. Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi.
Prokshaniyairaharnisham.
Prokshaniyairaharnisham. Prokshaniyairaharnisham.
Vipranam bhojanairhomaih. Prokshaniyairaharnisham.
Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi. Prokshaniyairaharnisham. Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi. Prokshaniyairaharnisham.
So if you have noticed homaihi and prokshanaih means homaih prokshaniyairaharnisham.
Prokshaniyahi.
Yeah, aharnisham.
Ahaha Nishaha.
Aharnisham means day and night. Yeah. Vipranam bhodane anyaischa vividhair bhogaihi.
Anyaisha vividhair bhogaihi. Anyaisha vividhair bhogaihi.
Pradanair vatsarenaya.
Pradanair vatsarenaya. Pradanair vatsarenaya.
Anyaischa vividhair bhogaih. Pradanair vatsarenaya.
Anyaisha vividhair bhogaihi. Pradanair vatsarenaya. Anyaisha vividhair bhogaihi. Pradanair vatsarenaya. Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi. Prokshaniyairaharnisham. Anyaisha vividhair bhogaihi. Pradanair vatsarenaya. Vipranam bhojanairhomaihi. Prokshaniyairaharnisham. Anyaisha vividhair bhogaihi. Pradanair vatsarenaya.
So the last verse, Sarvam, this Mahatmya will bring all the Sanidhya, right? Just this one Charitra Patha. Then, if you offer good Pashu, Pushpa, beautiful Pushpa and Dhupa, the best of the quality, Dhupa and everything, and then Gandha, the Chandana, Deepaihi, Tatha Uttamaihi, where you spend like in Arab countries, the best of the everything. You spend a lot of money doing the best of all these things, like a royal treatment. And also, if you do Vipranam Bhojanaihi, do the Bhojana for Brahmins, like all
Brahmana
the
Bhojana.
Brahmana Bhojana, you do lavishly, elaborately. And homaihi, you do the homa, like big homa. Prokshaniyahi, prokshana means, like we do the prokshana means abhisheka. Here it means they are all the puja anga that they are talking. She's talking about. Prokshaniyahi means doing the abhisheka of panchamrita, like the best milk and curd and everything. Aharnisham, not just doing once or twice, day
Every
and
day.
night you keep
Every
on
day.
doing this, all of this, okay? And then anyaisha vividhaihi bhogaihi, and also other bhoga, all the lavishness, you spend so much of money and wealth in elaborate puja and everything. Pradhanaihi vatsarena, vatsarena means for entire year, one whole year you are doing this elaborate and costly puja and everything. Then she's going to say in the next verse.
See,
What?
Vatsara means like year.
Samvatsaram.
That is why Samvatsaram is good year, right? Like you add the sam, like Samyak Vatsaram. So that is why it's just Samvatsaram.
Pradhanehi.
Yeah.
So if you do all of this for an entire year,
Pritir me kriyate, Pritir me kriyate sasmin.
Pritir me kriyate sasmin, Pritir me kriyate sasmin,
Sakrit sucharite shrute.
Sakrit sucharite shrute, Sakrit sucharite shrute,
Pritir me kriyate sasmin sakrit sucharite shrute.
Pritir me kriyate sasmin, Sakrit sucharite shrute, Pritir me kriyate sasmin, Sakrit sucharite shrute.
Shrutam harati papani.
Shrutam harati papani, Shrutam harati papani,
Tatharogyam prayachati.
Tatharogyam prayachati, Tatharogyam prayachati,
Shrutam harati papani tatharogyam prayachati.
Shrutam harati papani, Tatharogyam prayachati, Shrutam harati papani, Tatharogyam prayachati, Pritir me kriyate sasmin, Sakrit sucharite shrute, Shrutam harati papani, Tatharogyam prayachati, Pritir me kriyate sasmin, Sakrit sucharite shrute, Shrutam harati papani, Tatharogyam prayachati.
So when you say tatharogyam, you elongate the tatha, because there are two, tatha plus arogyam. Arogyam means good health, right? So you have to extend the tatha and then say without giving any breath, tatharogyam, then only it becomes tatha arogyam prayachati. Tatharogyam prayachati, like that you have to say.
so Pritir me, so all of this, why did you do? Pritir me kriyate sa asmin, just to make me happy, to get my preeti. You did the best of pujas, dravyas and everything you brought. You did the dana and bhojana of brahmana, and then the agni karya, everything you did for an entire year to make me get my preeti, right? That preeti I will get just by sakrutsu charite shrute. When you do the parayana, when you listen to this parayana only once, sakrit, do it, sucharite shrute. You listen to this parayana charitra only once, I will be pleased, just like as if you have done for an entire year all of this lavishness.
Like Pashu Pushpa, Arghya Dhupe se Gandhati Pe,
Uttamaihi.
Uttamehi, Vipranam Bodhanehi, Ome, Prokshrehi, all of this which we have talked about, just by one time listening.
One time you just listen to it, I will get easily pleased by just that. And not only unreasonably, that's what I told you. You don't have to do tapas in the Himalayas. She is giving you all the benefits by just doing the Charitra Parayana. And also what will happen? You will not only get my Preeti, Shrutam Harati Papani. Just by listening to it, all your papas will be removed, and tatha arogyam prayachati. You'll also be blessed with good health.
Because all the problems which we face
Is
will be because of Papa. So if the Papa remains, the problems will also remain. So first the Papa has to be removed. So Shrutam Harati Papani. All that Papa will be removed, and then only when the Papa is removed, you will get Tatha Arogyam Prayachati. You will get the Arogyam or good health and all the happiness. Raksham karoti bhutebhyo.
Raksham karoti bhutebhyo. Raksham karoti bhutebhyo.
Janmanam kirtanam mama.
Janmanam kirtanam mama. Janmanam kirtanam mama.
Raksham karoti bhutebhyo. Janmanam kirtanam mama.
Raksham karoti bhutebhyo. Janmanam kirtanam mama. Raksham karoti bhutebhyo. Janmanam kirtanam mama.
Yuddheshu charitam yanme.
Yuddheshu charitam yanme. Yuddheshu charitam yanme.
Dushta daitya nibarhanam.
Dushta daitya nibarhanam. Dushta daitya nibarhanam.
Yuddheshu charitam yanme. Dushta daitya nibarhanam.
Yuddheshu charitam yanme. Dushta daitya nibarhanam. Yuddheshu charitam yanme. Dushta daitya nibarhanam. Raksham karoti bhutebhyo. Janmanam kirtanam mama. Yuddheshu charitam yanme. Dushta daitya nibarhanam. Raksham karoti bhutebhyo. Janmanam kirtanam mama. Yuddheshu charitam yanme. Dushta daitya nibarhanam.
So yat me, when you listen to my this charita, yat me charitam, the second line, right? Yuddheshu charitam yat me. So when you listen to my charita, this charita has what? Raksham karoti bhutebhyo janmanam kirtanam mama. My janma, by those, the kirtanam, the praising word, the praises of all those who are born out of me. That is Ashtamatrikas. So when you praise all these Ashtamatrikas, my mama janmanam, raksham karoti bhutebhyah, it'll protect you from all the bhutas. And when you do the this charita, that is yuddheshu dushta daityani barhanam, my charita which has the stories of killing all the asuras, dushta daitya nibarhanam, the all the very bad asuras, evil asuras,
Like Mahishasura,
they
Shumbhasura,
were
all
all
the
killed,
Dushta
right?
Daitya, they were
My
killed.
charitra, when you recite that, so she's proceeding in the next verse with this.
Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam.
Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam. Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam.
Bhayam Pumsam Najayate.
Bhayam Pumsam Najayate. Bhayam Pumsam Najayate.
Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam. Bhayam Pumsam Najayate.
Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam. Bhayam Pumsam Najayate. Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam. Bhayam Pumsam Najayate.
Yushmabhistuta yascha.
Yushmabhistuta yascha. Yushmabhistuta yascha.
Yascha Brahmarishibhikritaha.
Yascha Brahmarshibhikritaha. Yascha Brahmarshibhikritaha.
Yushmabhistuta yascha Brahmarishibhikritaha.
Yushmabhistuta yascha Brahmarshibhikritaha. Yushmabhistuta yascha Brahmarshibhikritaha. Tasmin Shrute Vairikritam. Bhayam Pumsam Najayate. युष्माभिस्फुतयो याश्च ब्रह्मर्षिभिः कृताः तस्मिन् श्रुते वैकृतं भयं पुंसां न जायते युष्माभिस्तुतयो याश्च ब्रह्मर्षिभिः कृताः
ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु
ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु
प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम्
प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम् प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम्
ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम्
ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम् ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम्
अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि
अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि
दावाग्निपरिवारितः
दावाग्निपरिवारितः दावाग्निपरिवारितः
अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि दावाग्निपरिवारितः
अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि दावाग्निपरिवारितः अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि दावाग्निपरिवारितः ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम् अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि दावाग्निपरिवारितः ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम् अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि दावाग्निपरिवारितः.
So the lines starting from Raksham Karoti in the 23rd verse, right? From that until Shubham Matim, the first line of the 25th verse, they are all together. Only that completes the meaning of these verses. Okay. So the first line of the 25th verse is it goes to the previous two verses. So the first Raksham Karoti Bhutebhyo Janmanam Kirtanam Mama. Mama Janmanam, if the Kirtana of Mama Janmanam, all those whoever were born out of me, when you praise them, their Kirtana, what does it do? Raksham Karoti Bhutebhya. It will protect you from the Bhuta and Pishacha. Just by thinking of Ashtamatrikas, you will be removed of all these fears of the Bhuta, Pishacha and everything. Then Yuddheshu Charitam Yat Me Dushta Daityani Barhanam. When you think of the Charitra of my Yuddha, the Parakrama of my Yuddha, that killed all the very evil Asuras, Dushta Daityas, Tasmin Shrute, when you hear that Charitra, okay, Vairi Kritam Bhayam Pumsamna Jayate. The fear that was created by the enemies of any human will be removed. So when you remember my Ashtamatrika Mama Janmanam, all those Mangala Swarupas that came out of me, when you remember them, you will be protected from the Bhutas. The second line, when you remember that Yuddha where I killed lot of evil Asuras, Dushta Daityas, when you remember that Charitra, when you listen to that Charitra, that will remove all the bhaya, vairikritam bhayam, which is created by your enemies. That will be na jayate, that will not happen anymore. Okay. Then comes the next two lines. Yushmabhihi stutayo yascha. Stutayaha, that which has been done as a stuti by you. Yushmabhihi means you all. Who is she talking to? Not us. Devas. This is the 12th chapter, right after the 11th chapter. She is talking to the Devas.
But this applies to us also.
No. Yushmabhihi stutaya.
This one, this is all she's telling. Yeah.
She is telling those stutis that you all recited, what are they? Narayani Suktam and Devi Suktam.
And
So
all the
that
Chakra
means
Stuti, all of
Yushmabihi
this.
Stutayaha means those suktas, Devi Suktam and Narayani Suktam. And then
Yascha
Brahma Rishibihi
Brahma
Kritaha.
Rishibihi.
And that which has been done by the Brahma and Brahma Rishis, that is the 4th chapter, Chakradi Stuti. Okay, no. The Ratri Suktam. That is which is done by the Brahma Rishi, that is the Ratri Suktam. So she doesn't say the Suktam's name like explicitly. Yushmabihi Stutaya Yascha Brahma Rishi Stutaha means she is referring to these 3 Suktams. Okay. Brahmanacha kritastastu prayachanti shubham matim. Brahmanacha kritastastu. Again, Brahmanacha kritastastu is the Ratri Suktam. That which is done by Brahma. Brahma Shibihi is done by the Mahishantakari Suktam. That is the 4th chapter. Chakradi
Stuti is that.
So, Yushmabihi Stuti is the Devi Suktam and Narayani Suktam. That is done by Devas. Right? Am I correct? Yes. Brahmarshibhi Kritaha is the Mahishantakari Sukta. That is the Chakradi Stuti.
In the 4th chapter.
Brahma, Adi, Rishi, all of them together come and do the Chakradi.
Suragana means like Indra and all the gods together.
With but all Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, they are all there.
They are all there.
Doing the Stuti, right? Just before the Mahishasura Vadha.
After.
Before.
After
Mahishasura Vadha, sorry. So the Mahishantakari Suktam is done by Brahmarshibhihi. Then the last one, Brahmanacha Kritastatu, it is done just by Brahma means Ratri Sukta. So that is why all these 4 parts of the Devi Mahatmya are very, very important. That is why we always advise that when you don't have too much time for the entire Charitra, you at least do only these 4. These 4 are very, very important. Okay. And for any of our difficulties, if you are stuck with too much of problem that you are not able to spend too much time on doing all this, the entire Charitra, at least do these 4. Because she clearly says, Prayachanti Shubham Matim. That person will get all the Shubha and the best intellect. The Matim means intellect. Shubham Matim means good intellect. So those 5 lines form one block. And then the next one, Aranye Prantare
will form the next one.
It will start for the next meanings. Aranye means in the forest. Anybody who is stuck in the forest. Vapi Davagni Parivaritaha.
Vapi or
Davagni
and.
Api Va. If he is stuck in the forest fire, basically. Davagni means forest fire. If he is surrounded by forest fire. And then
Dasubhirva Vrtashunye. Grhito vapi shatrubhihi. Dasubhirva Vrtashunye. Grhito vapi shatrubhihi. Simhavyagranu yato va. Vaneva vanahastibhihi. Simhavyagranu yota. Simhavyagranu yato va vaneva vanahastibhihi.
सिंहव्याघ्रानुयातो वा वने वा वनहस्तिभिः दस्युभिर्वा वृतशून्ये गृहीतो वापि शत्रुभिः सिंहव्याघ्रानुयातो वा वने वा वनहस्तिभिः. So Aranya is a forest. In the forest, Davagni Parivaritaha Apiva. If he is surrounded by the forest fire, Davagni means forest fire. Prantare means at a far
Far away land.
Far away, like not very clear, well, not very near. But if you are Prantare Vapi, even if you are like surrounded and you're little far away, also the fire will very quickly approach you, right? At that time. Or if you're surrounded by Dasyubihi, if you're surrounded by thieves and burglars, and Dasyubihi, Shunye Grihito Vapi Shatrubihi. Shunye means where there is nobody present. Isolated. Yeah, exactly. Totally isolated. You have no person to help you. In such a place, if you are surrounded by Shatrubihi, by enemies. Did you finish the next one?
Yeah.
Simha Vyaghra Niyatova. If you are surrounded by Simha, the lions and tigers, and if you have been chased by them, Anuyataha, then Vanahastibihi. Hastibihi means elephants. The wild elephants. If you are also
forest elephants.
Surrounded by forest elephants, then have you done that? No, next one. So all these things in different situations, if you get stuck, don't think this is all not possible. We have gone to Kenya, we have lived in Africa. So this is very normal there. You get suddenly surrounded by lions and you're just on the way to work and your car will be suddenly stuck in the middle of wild elephants and lions. So
yesterday in San Diego, my daughter was walking on the main road. She just took the shortcut to her park, to her college. She was followed by 2 coyotes.
So
Yeah.
Deers, you suddenly see a deer in front of your car.
Yeah, but here it is more like wild animals.
Wild
All of the
animals.
wild animals.
Wild
They are
animals,
talking about wild animals.
Yeah.
Rajnya
Grihito Vapi Shatrubihi is captured by enemies. The Grihito, what is it?
Yeah, Grihitaha. Yeah.
Grihitaha means they have been captured by
captured by enemies. Yeah. And you have no other friends, you have nobody to help. You are alone. Other than enemies, you are the only person.
Yeah, you are the only one. They have held on you. There is nobody else that you can
ask for help.
Shunye. Yeah, it is isolated completely.
Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto.
Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto. Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto.
Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva.
Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva. Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva.
Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto. Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva.
Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto. Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva. Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto. Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva.
Aghurnito Vavatena.
Aghurnito Vavatena. Aghurnito Vavatena.
Tidaspote Maharnave.
Stitapote Maharnave. Stitapote Maharnave.
Aghurnito Vavatena Stitapote Maharnave.
Aghurnito Vavatena Stitapote Maharnave. Aghurnito Vavatena Stitapote Maharnave. Rajnya Kruddhena Chagnapto. Vadhyo Bandhagato Piva. Aghurnito Vavatena Stitapote Maharnave.
राज्ञा क्रुद्धेन चाज्ञप्तो बध्यो बन्धगतोऽपि वा आघूर्णितो वा वातेन स्थितः पोते महार्णवे.
Rajna Kruddhena, because the Raja got angry on you, he issued a sentence saying that either kill him or bandhagatopi,
Or capture and
imprison
arrest.
him, arrest him. So if anybody ends up in such a situation, when now in this case not Raja, like the government. is you get stuck with something, and you get like this kind of situation, then aghurnito va vatena sthitah pote maharnave, in Maharnava, in the big ocean, pote sthitah, sitting on the boat, you're getting spun around due to vata, like very like storms, basically you're in the middle of a storm in the middle of the ocean, but you're in the you're still in the ship, maybe you're on a cruise ship and stuck in the big ocean in such a situation.
Patatsu chapi shastreshu.
Patatsu chapi shastreshu. Patatsu chapi shastreshu.
Sangrame bhrishadaruне.
Sangrame bhrishadarune. Sangrame bhrishadarune.
Patatsu chapi shastreshu sangrame bhrishadaruне.
Patatsu chapi shastreshu sangrame bhrishadarune. Patatsu chapi shastreshu sangrame bhrishadarune.
Sarva badhasu ghorasu.
Sarva badhasu ghorasu. Sarva badhasu ghorasu.
Vedana bhyarditopi va.
Vedana bhyarditopi va. Vedana bhyarditopi va.
Sarva badhasu ghorasu. Vedana bhyarditopi va.
Sarva badhasu ghorasu. Vedana bhyarditopi va. Sarva badhasu ghorasu. Vedana bhyarditopi va. Patatsu chapi shastreshu sangrame bhrishadarune. Sarva badhasu ghorasu. Vedana bhyarditopi va. Patatsu chapi shastreshu sangrame bhrishadarune. Sarva badhasu ghorasu. Vedana bhyarditopi va.
Smaran mamaitat charitam.
Smaran mamaitat charitam. Smaran mamaitat charitam.
Naro muchyeta sankatat.
Naro muchyeta sankatat. Naro muchyeta sankatat.
Smaran mamaitat charitam. Naro muchyeta sankatat.
Smaran mamaitat charitam. Naro muchyeta sankatat. Smaran mamaitat charitam. Naro muchyeta sankatat.
Mama prabhavat simhadya.
Mama prabhavat simhadya. Mama prabhavat simhadya.
Dasyuvo vairinestatha.
Dasya vo vairinestatha. Dasya vo vairinestatha.
Mama prabhavat simhadya. Dasyavo vairinestatha.
Mama prabhavat simhadya. Dasya vo vairinestatha. Mama prabhavat simhadya. Dasya vo vairinestatha. Smaran mamaitat charitam. Naro muchyeta sankatat. Mama prabhavat simhadya. Dasya vo vairinestatha. Smaran mamaitat charitam. Naro muchyeta sankatat. Mama prabhavat simhadya. Dasya vo vairinestatha.
Dura deva palayante smaratas charitam mama.
दूरादेव पलायन्ते स्मरतश्चरितं मम दूरादेव पलायन्ते स्मरतश्चरितं मम.
Okay, so all of these are one block. That's why he finished or went continuously. So we saw about Ragya Krudhena Chagyapto, when the Ragya is angry, whether imprisoning or to death sentence. Then Aghurnitova, if you're surrounded by, in the middle of the ocean, your boat is surrounded by storms. Patatsu chapi shastreshu, if you're in the middle of a battlefield with all the shastras falling on you, like Ukraine war or something, right? Like you end up in such a situation. Sangrame Bhrajadarune, very fearful missiles are just coming towards you. Sarva Badhasu Ghorasu, in a all the very bad situation. Vedana, if somebody is Vedana Bhyardito Piva, if he is also surrounded by lot of Shankata, like very all troubles and problems around, and Vedana, lot of pain also, surrounded by lot of pains. Mama etat charitam, mama etat charitam, mama etat charitam. She is always saying in every verse that this charitra of mine, smaran, just remembering this charitra of mine. In that time, you are trying to find solutions to the problems. So she's not asking you to recite.
Because
No recitation or shrutva, no listening to. There is no time for that.
the lions are chasing you.
Where can you recite it and listen to the charitra? She says, just remember, smaran. That smaranam is very important there. Smaran mamaita charitram. This charita, you just remember it once. And naro mucheta sankatat. You will be removed of all the sankata.
All the problems.
All the problems. Okay.
So she's not saying Mahatmyam, she's saying Charitam here.
Yes.
Charitam is specific.
In the
No, it's all same thing. But here Smaran is normally you say Patyate or you chant or you listen, right? Shrutva.
also-
But here it is Smaranam, is just remembering that.
No, she is asking Charitam Garda. She has lot of Charita. Many asuras she has killed. Devi Bhagavata talks about the Prabhava of Devi in so many situations. But this particular Saptashati, where Ashtamatrikas and Mahishasuravadha, Shumbha-Dishubha-Suravadha, how the Avirbhava was done for Brahma alone, as Vishweshwarim Jagadhatrim in the Ratri Suktam, then the Mahishasuravadha, then the Shumbha Nishubha. The same Shumbha Nishubha, she says, will be born again at a later stage also. There are so many charitas. But this particular charita, Mama Yetat Charitam, Mama this charita of
this
mine,
Devi Mahatmyam,
this Devi
from the first.
Mahatmya, that is what she is referring to. Smaran Mamaita Charitam, you just remember it once, and Naro Mucheta Sankatat, all his, the Nara means the human, the man will be relieved of all the Sankata that he is facing. Mama Prabhavat Simhadya Dasyavo Vairinasthatha. Any Simha, lions, or Dasyavaha, or the thieves, or the Vairinaha, all the enemies, if they are what happens to them? All of them. Dura Deva Palayante. Because of my Prabhava, all these things, the Simha or the Vairi or Dasyavaha, all of them, Dura Deva Palayante. Palayante means they will run away from far itself. They won't even come near you. Just you remember this Charita.
Marataha Charitam Mama. By remember.
They will run very farther
All
from
the-
you.
That is, those which are causing problems, they will just go away.
So that's what a temple will be. The right thing would be to do every day.
Yeah, so that they don't even come near you.
Rishuruvacha Ityuktva sa Bhagavati Chandika Chanda Vikrama Ityuktva Ityuktva sa Bhagavati Chandika Chanda Vikrama.
Ityuktva sa Bhagavati Chandika Chanda Vikrama. Ityuktva sa Bhagavati Chandika Chanda Vikrama.
Pashyatameva Devanam.
Pashyatameva Devanam. Pashyatameva Devanam.
Tatraivantaradhiyata.
Tatraivantaradhiyata. Tatraivantaradhiyata.
Pashyatameva Devanam. Tatraivantaradhiyata.
Pashyatameva Devanam. Tatraivantaradhiyata. Pashyatameva Devanam. Tatraivantaradhiyata.
Tepi deva niratankaha.
Devi Deva Niratankaha. Devi Deva Niratankaha.
Swadhikaran yatha pura.
Swadhikaran yatha pura. Swadhikaran yatha pura.
Tepi deva niratanka swadhikaran yatha pura.
Devi Deva Niratanka Swadhikaran yatha pura. Devi Deva Niratanka Swadhikaran yatha pura. Pashyatameva Devanam Tatraivantaradhiyata. Devi Deva Niratanka Swadhikaran yatha pura. Pashyatameva Devanam Tatraivantaradhiyata. Devi Deva Niratanka Swadhikaran yatha pura.
So Rishirvacha, now Devi has done all her talking. Now the Rishi says, who? Which Rishi? Sumedhas. Sumedhas, he is saying.
The first chapter.
He is telling to the Raja and the Vaishya, right? He is saying Devi said all these things and now he is coming to the, continuing the story. He says, Ityuktva sa Bhagavati, after saying this, Iti Uktva sa Bhagavati, that Bhagavati, after saying this, who is that Bhagavati? Chandika, Chanda Vikrama. Chandika means the Chandika Devi. Chanda Vikrama, wait a second. So, who has Parakrama, like big Parakrama. Chanda Vikrama means Ati Parakramashali. That high Velar filled that Chandika. After saying this, she is also called Bhagavati here. You remember we said 6 gunas for that Bhagavati. One who is called Bhagavati, Bhagavan means they should have 6 gunas we talked about in the first chapter. Pashyatam eva devanam. While the devas were looking at her, while after saying this, while they were actually looking at her, tatra eva antaradhiyata. She disappears. While they were just looking at her like this, right after talking, she just disappears from their sight. And then Tepi Deva, what happens to the Deva? Then those Devas, Niratankaha. So those Devas, Niratankaha, Atanka means no. Their chest was filled with so much of Adangam Shalome. Anxiety and displeasure and unhappiness, right? Niratankaha. That
Opposite.
Adangam was removed.
They had all this, like they were all concerned always. Atanka means concern. Too much concern about what will happen.
There were so much
now
worried.
all the Shubha and Shubha has taken everything. So they are all worried, right? Whether they will ever be able to come back to their Devaloka.
Having their worries removed, these Devas, Swadhikaran Yathapura, they got their Swadhikara. They got with their, having got their own Adhikara.
Yajna bhaga bhuja sarve.
Yajna bhaga bhuja sarve. Yajna bhaga bhujah sarve
chakurvinihatarayah
chakrurvinihatarayah
yajnabhaga bhujah sarve chakrurvinihatarayah
yajnabhaga bhujah sarve chakrurvinihatarayah yajnabhaga bhujah sarve chakrurvinihatarayah
दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते
दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते
शुम्भे देव रिपौ युधि
शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि
दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते शुम्भे देव रिपौ युधि
दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि यज्ञभागभुजः सर्वे चक्रुर्विनिहतारयः दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि यज्ञभागभुजः सर्वे चक्रुर्विनिहतारयः दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि.
So the last line of the 33rd verse and the first line of the 34th form one full meaning. So tepi deva niratankaha, those devas who were removed of their worries, and they were also vini hatarayah. Arayaha means, ari means ripu. What is ripu? I just told you. Enemies. Ari means enemies. Arayaha means enemies. Plural of ari. Okay. So vini hatarayah means they were having their enemies destroyed, killed. Okay. Such devas now, so they are removed of all their enemies and they are removed of all their concerns.
And also Swadhikara. They also
And
got
they
their own
also
Adhikara.
having got the Swadhikara.
Now like Varuna can bring rain, Vayu can bring air, because previously they did not have the power. All that was removed.
And now they become the Havir Bhaga Bhujaha Chakruhu. They got the they finally got the Yajna Bhaga.
Because all the, when we say Varuna is Swaha, Shimba will take up. It will not go to Varuna, but Shimba will be taking up. So now they got it back.
They got it back. And
Yeah.
so now the next line, Daityascha Devya,
Yeah, I
that
will
will
say,
continue
yeah,
with the
yeah,
meaning.
yeah.
We'll go further and then
Yeah.
understand.
Jagad Vidvamsini Tasmin
Jagat Vidvamsini tasmin Jagat Vidvamsini tasmin
Mahogre Tula Vikrame
Mahogre Tula Vikrame Mahogre Tula Vikrame
Jagad Vidvamsini Tasmin Mahogre Tula Vikrame
Jagat Vidvamsini tasmin Mahogre Tula Vikrame Jagat Vidvamsini tasmin Mahogre Tula Vikrame
Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye
Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye
Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu
Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu
Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu
Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu Jagat Vidvamsini tasmin Mahogre Tula Vikrame Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu Jagat Vidvamsini tasmin Mahogre Tula Vikrame Nishumbhe cha Mahavirye Sheshaf Patalamayayuhu.
So we'll start from the second line of 34th line verse. Daityascha Devya Nihate Shumbhe Deva Ripau Yudhi. So who was this Shumbha? He was a Deva Ripau. He was the enemy of Devas. This Shumbha, having got killed in the battlefield. Yudhi means in
Nihate,
the Yuddha.
Nihate means God killed.
He was killed in the battlefield by who? By Devya, by Devi. And Jagat Vidhvansani Tasmin Mohogret Atula Vikrame. Atula Vikrame. He was incomparably powerful. Who? The Nishumbha. The third line, Nishumbha, Nishumbhecha Mahavirye. Both this Shumbha and Nishumbha, they were enemies of Devas. They had incomparable parakrama, valor, and Ugre, Maha Ugre, they were also very fearful. And Jagat Vidhvamsini, they were also destroying the entire Jagat. Having these two, got killed in the battlefield by the Devi, after which Sheshaha means the remaining Asuras. These two, after Shumbha and Nishubha were killed,
Because they all ran away, they didn't fight, right?
all the Asuras are still there. They ran away from the battlefield, but they are still existing, right? What happened to them? They went to the Patalam Ayayuhu. They went to the Patala Loka.
Their own place.
Their
They
own
went
place.
to.
That is why they
Everybody
Shivaduti
should be in
went,
their
right?
own place.
Go to the Patala now itself. She gave an offer. They didn't listen. Yeah.
Evam Bhagavati Devi.
Evam Bhagavati Devi. Evam Bhagavati Devi.
Sanityapi punah punaha.
Sanityapi punah punaha. Sanityapi punah punaha.
Evam Bhagavati Devi Sanityapi punah punaha.
Evam Bhagavati Devi Sanityapi punah punaha. Evam Bhagavati Devi Sanityapi punah punaha.
Sambhuya kurute bhupa.
Sambhuya kurute bhupa. Sambhuya kurute bhupa.
Jagatah paripalanam.
Jagatah paripalanam. Jagatah paripalanam.
Sambhuya kurute bhupa jagatah paripalanam.
Sambhuya kurute bhupa jagatah paripalanam. Sambhuya kurute bhupa jagatah paripalanam. Evam Bhagavati Devi Sanityapi punah punaha. Sambhuya kurute bhupa jagatah paripalanam. Evam Bhagavati Devi Sanityapi punah punaha. Sambhuya kurute bhupa jagatah paripalanam.
So the Rishi says, Evam, this way, Bhagavati, that Devi who has the 6 gunas, Bhagavati, that Devi, Sa Devi, that Devi, Nitya Api, although she is Nitya, she is Shashwata, she is the one which is ever,
Nitya, always there.
ever there, right? Ever present. Sambhuyaha, she again and again, punaha Sambhuyaha, she again and again manifests. She has to come out. Although she is a Nitya, she is there, she is ever present. Still, she has to manifest herself again and again for what? Jagataha Paripalanam, to do Rakshana of this
Whole
universe, her own creation. Bhupa means what? Hey Bhupa, he is
Hey, king.
addressing the king.
Yeah.
Rishi is telling the king. These characters you cannot forget. These 3 are very important,
Yeah.
right?
Tayai tanmohyate vishwam.
Tayai tanmohyate vishwam. Tayai tanmohyate vishwam.
Saiva vishwam prasuyate.
Saiva vishwam prasuyate. Saiva vishwam prasuyate.
Tayai tanmohyate vishwam. Saiva vishwam prasuyate.
Tayai tanmohyate vishwam. Saiva vishwam prasuyate. Tayai tanmohyate vishwam. Saiva vishwam prasuyate.
Sayachita cha vijnanam.
Sayachita cha vijnanam. Sayachita cha vijnanam.
तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति
तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति
सा याचिता च विज्ञानं तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति
सा याचिता च विज्ञानं तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति सा याचिता च विज्ञानं तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति तन्मोह्यते विश्वं सैव विश्वं प्रसूयते सा याचिता च विज्ञानं तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति तन्मोह्यते विश्वं सैव विश्वं प्रसूयते सा याचिता च विज्ञानं तुष्टारिद्धिं प्रयच्छति.
So tayetan mohyate vishwam. She not only manifests, what does she do? This entire vishwam gets attracted. She is like controlling this vishwa by creating this attraction, mohanam, right, between one another. And saiva vishwam prasuyate. She is also she is the mother. She is the one who is the mother of this creation.
She is creator.
She is the creator, that Devi. So Rishi is telling, after all this, he is telling that is the Devi who is the creator and also who is controlling this entire Vishwa through moha, making them attracted. And sa yachita cha vijnanam tushtaradhyam prayachati. Sa yachita means seeking. Yachita, yachanam, like you ask, seeking something. Ayachita, sa yachita can also be said.
Sa ayachita.
Sa ayachita. That if you are not seeking anything also, whether you seek or you do not seek. Okay. Vijnanam. If you are doing the aradhana of this Devi, who is the Vishwam Prasuyate, who is the creator of this entire Vishwa, she gives you the Vijnanam, that is the
true knowledge.
Tushta, that she gets very happy, she is pleased, and then she gives you all the Vijnanam and Riddhim Prayachati, all the Sampatti, prosperity also she gives. So whether you seek or you do not seek, but still if you do the Aradhana, she will give you, she will be pleased and she will bless you with whatever you want.
Why is the Rishi not saying Maya instead of Moham?
Maya is her name. She is
Maya is the one who is Mohyate.
Her work is the
Mohanam.
Her work is, job is Mohya.
Everything. Attraction towards things, attraction towards people, attraction towards this life, everything, right? You are.
The kamyam irkradnaldan this entire universe is functioning. Everybody has this desire.
You are having, you get attraction.
The delusion, right?
So this is my thing, this is my pen, this is everything, right? You are getting that particular sort of connection or attraction with
anything,
with your possession, even with this world, my world. I own this world.
Even if a person is has nobody in the world to get attracted to, he will still be attracted to food.
Yeah,
the
something.
Simplest something he'll be attracted to, right? He will want to have good food, right? So this kind of delusion that she creates, not only has she created everybody, she's also created the delusion in.
Yeah, original. Yeah, exactly. That is what that is the answer here. Yeah.
You are part of the world. You have to go through all these things. Yeah.
Vyaptam tayetat sakalam.
Vyaptam tayetat sakalam. Vyaptam tayetat sakalam.
Brahmandam Manujeshwara.
Brahmandam Manujeshwara. Brahmandam Manujeshwara.
Vyaptam tayetat sakalam Brahmandam Manujeshwara.
Vyaptam tayetat sakalam Brahmandam Manujeshwara. Vyaptam tayetat sakalam Brahmandam Manujeshwara. Manujeshwara,
Mahakalya Mahakale,
Mahakalya Mahakale, Mahakalya Mahakale,
Mahamari Swarupaya,
Mahamari Swarupaya, Mahamari Swarupaya,
Mahakalya Mahakale, Mahamari Swarupaya,
Mahakalya Mahakale, Mahamari Swarupaya, Mahakalya Mahakale, Mahamari Swarupaya, Vyaptam Tayetat Sakalam Brahmandam Manujeshwara, Mahakalya Mahakale, Mahamari Swarupaya, Vyaptam Tayetat Sakalam Brahmandam Manujeshwara, Mahakalya Mahakale, Mahamari Swarupaya.
So in the previous verse, Sa Yachita Cha Vijnanam Tushtaradhyam Prechati, commentators say that Sa Ayachita, when you don't seek anything, she gives you Vijnanam. She gives you the knowledge. When Yachita, when you are seeking something, she gives you Riddhi,
Vidhi.
Sampatti.
So
So
it's
those who don't seek anything, they get good intellect, and those who seek, she gets.
here
they
it
get
is actual knowledge. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha is the four purushartha. So dharma, artha, kama, they are the one which are by the word riddhi or growth. So anything you want, possessions, happiness, all that you are seeking in this world, they are dharma, artha, kama. And the fourth purushartha, which is moksha
that is
purushartha,
Vijnana.
that can only come with jnanam. Jnanam, only one thing which can be a moksha karaka is not all these dharma, artha, kama. They will not give you jnanam. Only one, because they will give you all the happiness, wealth, anything you enjoy. Bhoga they will give. But moksha will be given by only jnanam. So the Kaula Upanishad says, right? So
Jnanameva moksha.
We only by
Mokshaika
jnanam mokshaika karanam. Only the jnanam or the true knowledge will be the karanam or the cause for moksha. So here, that is why for those who say, I want this, when you do the sankalpa, kamyartham, right? You will get the kamyartham. For those who say, I will only pray to you, I am not seeking anything, I don't need anything, they will get the true jnanam, which is the moksha.
No, Vyaptam.
Both are same.
And the Chandask.
Yeah. But both mean, jnanam, vijnanam, both mean same meaning. Yeah. Both are knowledge. But here,
science
so even jnanam here is not science. So jnanam and vijnanam same meaning. So vijnanam is science, jnanam is also science, or any other knowledge or the worldly knowledge. But what this jnanam in this verse which is talking about is that this is the visheshanam or the true knowledge, which is the aham brahmasmi or that atma jnanam. So this is what,
V is generally prefix, is special. Vijnanam means vishesha. Vishesha jnanam is vijnanam. Then Vyaptam Tayetat Sakalam Brahmandam Manujeshwara. Manuja Ishwara. Manuja means men. Ishwara, king. He is addressing the king again. Manujeshwara, O king. She is pervading through the entire Brahmanda. Vyaptam, she is pervading. Tayetat, Taya Yetat Sakalam Brahmandam. This entire universe she is pervading. And who is she? Mahakalya, Mahakale, Mahamari Swarupaya. That Mahakali, that during the Mahakale means during the Pralaya Kala, at that time, she is either in the form of Mahakali or she is in the form of Mahamari.
So two forms.
So two forms she takes during the Pralaya Kala when this universe. Now he talked about Srishti and Sthiti. All she is the creator, she is the sustainer and everything. Now he is talking about her Swarupa during the
Mahakala.
Samhara Kala, that is the Mahakali. Mahakali is also sometimes referred to as the Maha Bhairava, that at the time of Mahakala, right? During
when there is pralayam or total End. Yeah,
dissolution. At that time, she is the Patni. She is the female form she takes. Mahakali
Yeah.
takes the female form.
And Mahamari is
Another name.
Another name. She is
At that
in
time.
the, she takes the form of Mahamari at the time of Mahapralaya. So basically, Mahamari Swarupa is during that Mahapralaya Kala, the big Agni Jwala, right? There is a huge fire that is called Mahamari. She is in the form of Mahamari. It is said that Jwala.
even that Mahamari also they say that
Yeah, the diseases and everything.
No,
That is how Samhara happens. That becomes the reason for the Samhara. So she herself takes that form.
Saiva Kale Mahamari.
Saiva Kale Mahamari. Saiva Kale Mahamari.
Saiva Srishtir Bhavatyaja.
Saiva Srishtir Bhavatyaja. Saiva Srishtir Bhavatyaja.
Saiva Kale Mahamari. Saiva Srishtir Bhavatyaja.
Saiva Kale Mahamari. Saiva Srishtir Bhavatyaja. Saiva Kale Mahamari. Saiva Srishtir Bhavatyaja.
Thitim Karoti Bhutanam.
Sthitiം karoti bhutanam. Sthitiം karoti bhutanam.
Saiva Kale Sanatani.
Saiva kale sanatani. Saiva kale sanatani.
Thitim Karoti Bhutanam. Saiva Kale Sanatani.
Sthitiം karoti bhutanam. Saiva kale sanatani. Sthitiം karoti bhutanam. Saiva kale sanatani. Saiva kale mahamari. Saiva srishtir bhavatyaja. Sthitiം karoti bhutanam. Saiva kale sanatani. Saiva kale mahamari. Saiva srishtir bhavatyaja. Sthitiം karoti bhutanam. Saiva kale sanatani.
So sa eva, she herself is the Mahamari during the Kala time, Mahakal time, at the time of dissolution. Sa eva sishtihi bhavati aja. She herself is aja. She has no birth. But she is the reason for Srishti. But she is the creator. Okay. And Sthitim Karoti Bhutanam, she also sustains, protects her creation by being the Sanatani, because she is there ever present. Sanatanam means present ever. Right? She is the Nitya. So by being Nitya, she also protects this her own creation.
Bhavakale Nrnam Saiva.
Bhavakale nrnam saiva. Bhavakale nrnam saiva.
Lakshmir Vridhi Pradagrihe.
Lakshmir vridhi pradagrihe. Lakshmir vridhi pradagrihe.
Bhavakale Nrnam Saiva Lakshmir Vridhi Pradagrihe.
Bhavakale nrnam saiva. Lakshmir vridhi pradagrihe. Bhavakale nrnam saiva. Lakshmir vridhi pradagrihe.
Saiva Bhave Tatha Lakshmihi.
Saiva bhave tatha lakshmi. Saiva bhave tatha lakshmi.
Vinashayopajayate.
Vinashayopajayate. Vinashayopajayate.
So the Lakshmihi, that Visargam will become Ir sound. Saiva Bhave Tatha Lakshmir Vinashayopajayate.
Saiva bhave tatha lakshmi. Vinashayopajayate. Saiva bhave tatha lakshmi. Vinashayopajayate. भवकाले नृणां सैव लक्ष्मीर्वृद्धिप्रदा गृहे सैवाभावे तथा लक्ष्मीर्विनाशायोपजायते भवकाले नृणां सैव लक्ष्मीर्वृद्धिप्रदा गृहे सैवाभावे तथा लक्ष्मीर्विनाशायोपजायते.
So, Nranam Bhavakale. Nrana means the humans, mankind. Bhavakale, when they have lot of sampatti, lot of prosperity, Sa eva Lakshmihi Vriddhi Prada Grihe. She becomes the Lakshmi who gives the prosperity. Vriddhi Prada. She makes the house more and more prosperous. She herself is the Lakshmi, right? At the time of a man's prosperity time. But what happens when he is not prosperous? Sa eva abhave. In the absence of the prosperity, tatha alakshmir vinashaya upajayate. She arises as Alakshmi. Okay, in the absence of prosperity, she herself becomes the Alakshmi to destroy that prosperity.
She is
So
both
whether
Lakshmi
it
and
is-
Alakshmi.
She is both Lakshmi and Alakshmi. So Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, they all come as a package. You cannot be only happy with Srishti and Sthiti. Samhara automatically follows it. Okay, everything is together. That is the reality of this life that all of us have to understand. So she is the Lakshmi when prosperity is there. She is also the Alakshmi when there is the absence of prosperity. Then Stuta.
Stuta sampujita pushpaihi.
सुधा सम्पूजिता पुष्पैः सुधा सम्पूजिता पुष्पैः
धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा
धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा
स्तुता sampujita pushpaihi will become pushpair when we combine. Stuta sampujita pushpair dhupagandhadibhistatha.
सुधा सम्पूजिता पुष्पैर्धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा सुधा सम्पूजिता पुष्पैर्धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा
ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च
ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च
मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम्
मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम् मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम्
ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम्
ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम् ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम् स्तुता सम्पूजिता पुष्पैर्धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम् स्तुता सम्पूजिता पुष्पैर्धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम्.
This is a continuation of the previous thing. When sa eva abhave, when in the absence of prosperity, she comes there as the Alakshmi to do all the destruction of prosperity. But in such a time, when she is stuta, when she is praised,
with this
when
Devi
the stuta
Mahatmyam.
is done to her using pushpa, dhupa, gandhadibhi, all the dhupa, deepa, archana, all those things, when you do the puja, sampujita, when she is, the pujanam is when
If
she
you
is
do
well,
puja at that time,
what does she do? She gives all the Aishwarya, Vittam.
dadati means giving.
She gives all the Aishwarya.
Vittam means wealth.
Vittam is wealth. Putram cha
Matim.
She gives all the progeny, and then Matim Dharme Gatim Shubha. Matim Dharme, Dharme Matim. The Mati, the Buddhi should be in a Dharma Buddhi.
So Buddhi can be used both
For
for
adharma or
dharma and
dharma,
adharma.
right?
Both the same Buddhi is used.
So she gives the Mati which is in Dharma, and Gatim Shubham. She gives the Marga. She shows a good path, the Shubha Gati, and she gives when she is done the Pujanam in the absence of prosperity. So with that, this 12th chapter ends. So I just want to give one shloka that is very important, like a popular shloka that Bhaskara quotes. When Devi gives all the Phalashruti, what all she can do is given in one small verse. Vadi Mukati. A Muka, that is who cannot talk, he, with her blessings and grace, he becomes a Vadi, one who can win the debate.
Like advocate.
Like an advocate.
Yeah.
Okay. She
But
is capable of
changing a
making
person.
a mute person into a lawyer. He can suddenly change into become a lawyer. Rankati Kshitipati. The king of the entire universe, the land, could suddenly become Rankati, become poor. She can change a king to ordinary poor man. Vaishwanaraha Shitati. Vaishwanaraha means fire. The fire can suddenly become very cold. She is capable of doing that. Krodhi Shantati. A very angry person can become very calm. Suddenly, Durjanaha Sujanati. All the evil person can become Sujana. Durjana can become Sujana. Kshipra Anugaha Khanjati. You may have, a person may have lot of Anugahana assistants, servants, lot of servants. Suddenly Khanjati, they become lame. They start limping. That is, he is deprived of their assistance, right? So the situations can change this way or that way. She is capable of doing that. And Bhaskara says this Devi Mahatmya Charitra Parayana is capable of doing such things. It can make one big beggar into a king, and
King to
a beggar also. She is the Lakshmi and Alakshmi. So, no, Charitra Parayana Shrutam, that is what we were listening to it, right?
Stuta Sampujita means this Parayanam. Like when you do this.
Stuti is her Parayana Stuti.
But listening to it is going to change a king into a beggar.
No.
Not in a literal sense.
No. What
Like
it
her
means
grace,
is
her grace her power is that.
when she grants Lakshmi, then a beggar can become the king. When they get Lakshmi, then it will be the opposite.
She is the cause of everything, basically. So
You will
with
chant
this,
one time, fully,
do we have
or-
time? Do you want to chant quickly the 12th chapter alone?
Not quickly, slowly.
Slowly,
Everybody
sorry.
will-
Yeah, slowly, yeah.
Perfection said is there also a time for chanting this, like a specific time for doing it?
Devi Mahatmya doesn't tell anything about
No.
time. Basic things are, you have to.
And is it necessary that the whole day we have to-
Ahar Nisham da sollirukku. Day and night, any time. Ahar Nisham da. So there is no like a particular mention of any time.
Ashok 20 ha asal dirgha.
You have to listen to this again. Yeah, not
Yeah.
listen to it properly.
Yeah, 20th. Yeah, 20th.
So, yeah,
What is this? Aha.
20th verse. Ha has dirgha, or is it hraswa?
Which one?
Shloka 20.
Sarvam mamedan
Mahatmyam
mahatmyam.
mama sannidhikarakam pashu pushpa. I think you
Yeah,
are
maha, right? I think
Mahatmyam. It is a dirgha.
dirgha.
And there was another question.
So it is mahatmyam. Yeah.
What is the meaning of Sakrit? Sakrit sucharite shrute. Sakrit means once. Sakrit also means immediately. Sakrit,
Also done once
just
correctly.
once correctly,
Yeah.
if you do it.
Yeah.
I think we said a lot of things about it. Yeah. Sakrit means once.
24.
Tasmin Shrute. Yeah, cha, second. So Tasmin and
When you
Shrute.
combine
Shrute is the hearing. When you combine the Shru, when you have the Sandhi, Tasmin and Shrute, right? That in and Shru will become Tasmin, that in will go, right? Tasmin Shrute. So that in will change to ing. Like it's not ing, like it's like nya sound, half nya sound, not doing nya, half nya. Tasmin Shrute. So it becomes Shru, second cha.
Yeah, can all say once.
12th chapter.
Evisavaishcha mam nityam stoshyate yas samahitah tasyaham sakalam badham nashayishyamya samshayam madhukaitavhanasham cha mahishasurakhatanam कीर्तयिष्यन्ति ये तद्वद्वधं शुम्भनिशुम्भयोः अष्टम्यां च चतुर्दश्यां नवम्यां चैकचेतसः श्रोष्यन्ति चैव ये भक्त्या मम माहात्म्यमुत्तमम् न तेषां दुष्कृतं किञ्चित् दुष्कृतोत्थानचापदः भविष्यति न दारिद्र्यं न चैवेष्टवियोजनम् शत्रुतो न भयं तस्य दस्युतो वा न राजतः न शस्त्रानलतो योगात् कदाचित् सम्भविष्यति तस्मान्ममैतन्माहात्म्यं पठितव्यं समाहितैः श्रोतव्यं च सदा भक्त्या परं स्वस्ययनं हि तत् उपसर्गानशेषांस्तु महामारी समुद्भवान् तथा त्रिविधमुत्पादं माहात्म्यं श्रवयेत् मम यत्रैतत् पठ्यते सम्यक् नित्यमायतने मम सदा न तद्विमोक्ष्यामि सान्निध्यं तत्र मे स्थितम् बलिप्रदाने पूजायामग्निकार्ये महोत्सवे सर्वं ममैतच्चरितमुच्चार्यं श्राव्यमेव च जानता जानता वापि बलिपूजां तथा कृताम् प्रतीच्छिष्याम्यहं प्रीत्या वह्निहोमं तथा कृतम् शरत्काले महापूजा क्रियते या च वार्षिकी तस्यां ममैतन्माहात्म्यं श्रुत्वा भक्तिसमन्वितः सर्वाबाधा विनिर्मुक्तो धनधान्यसुखान्वितः मनुष्यो मत्प्रसादेन भविष्यति न संशयः श्रुत्वा ममैतन्माहात्म्यं तथा चोत्पत्तयः शुभाः पराक्रमं च युद्धेषु जायते निर्भयः पुमान् नृपवः संशयं यान्ति कल्याणं चोपपद्यते नन्दते च कुलं पुंसां माहात्म्यं मम शृण्वताम् शान्तिकर्मणि सर्वत्र तथा दुःस्वप्नदर्शने ग्रहपीडासु चोग्रासु माहात्म्यं शृणुयान् मम उपसर्गाश्रमं यान्ति ग्रहपीडाश्च दारुणाः दुःस्वप्नं च निर्दृष्टं सुस्वप्नमुपजायते बालग्रहाभिभूतानां बालानां शान्तिकारकम् सङ्घातभेदे च नृणां मैत्रीकरणमुत्तमम् दुर्वृत्तानामशेषाणां वाचानां पठनादेव नाशनम् सर्वं ममैतन्माहात्म्यं मम सन्निधिकारकम् पशुपुष्पार्घ्यधूपैश्च गन्धदीपैस्तथोत्तमैः विप्राणां भोजनैर्होमैः प्रोक्षणीयैरहर्निशम् अन्यैश्च विविधैर्भोगैः प्रदानैर्वत्सरेण या प्रीतिर्मे क्रियते सास्मिन् सकृत्सुचरिते श्रुते श्रुतं हरति पापानि तथारोग्यं प्रयच्छति रक्षां करोति भूतेभ्यो जन्मनां कीर्तनं मम युद्धेषु चरितं यन्मे दुष्टदैत्यविबर्हणम् तस्मिन् श्रुते वैरिकृतं भयं पुंसां न जायते युष्माभिस्तुतयो याश्च ब्रह्मर्षिभिः कृताः ब्रह्मणा च कृतास्तास्तु प्रयच्छन्ति शुभां मतिम् अरण्ये प्रान्तरे वापि दावाग्निपरिवारितः दस्युभिर्वा वृतशून्ये गृहीतो वापि शत्रुभिः सिंहव्याघ्रानुयातो वा वने वा वनहस्तिभिः राज्ञा क्रुद्धेन चाज्ञप्तो वध्यो बन्धगतोऽपि वा आघूर्णितो वा वातेन स्थितः पोते महार्णवे पतत्सु चापि शस्त्रेषु सङ्ग्रामे वृषदारुणे सर्वाबाधासु घोरासु वेदनाभ्यर्थितोऽपि वा स्मरन् ममैतच्चरितं नरो मुच्येत सङ्कटात् मम प्रभावात् सिंहाद्यादस्य गोवैरिणस्तथा दूरादेव पलायन्ते स्मरतश्चरितं मम ऋषिर्वाच इत्युक्त्वा सा भगवती चण्डिका चण्डविक्रमा पश्यतामेव देवानां तत्रैवान्तरधीयत तेऽपि देवा निरातङ्काः स्वाधिकारान् यथा पुरा यज्ञभागभुजः सर्वे चक्रुर्विनिहतारयः दैत्याश्च देव्या निहते शुम्भे देवरिपौ युधि जगद्विध्वंसिनि तस्मिन् महोग्रे कुलविक्रमे निशुम्भे च महावीर्ये शेषाः पातालमाययुः एवं भगवती देवी सा नित्यापि पुनः पुनः सम्भूय कुरुते भूप जगतः परिपालनम् तयैतन्मोह्यते विश्वं सैव विश्वं प्रसूयते सा याचिता च विज्ञानं तुष्टा वृद्धिं प्रयच्छति व्याप्तं तयैतः सकलं ब्रह्माण्डं मनुजेश्वर महाकाल्या महाकाले महामारी स्वरूपया सैव काले महामारी सैव सृष्टिर्भवत्यजा स्थितिं करोति भूतानां सैव काले सनातनी भवकाले नृणां सैव लक्ष्मीर्वृद्धिप्रदा गृहे सैवाभावे तथा लक्ष्मीर्विनाशायोपजायते सुता सम्पूजिता पुष्पैर्धूपगन्धादिभिस्तथा ददाति वित्तं पुत्रांश्च मतिं धर्मे गतिं शुभाम्।
So with her grace, we were able to complete the up to the 12th chapter. The last chapter, the 13th chapter, the class will be tomorrow, that is Sunday, evening Pacific time. So that will be Monday morning or India time. Please join tomorrow it will be only one session for the entire 13th chapter. So we will go through the meanings, and also you will recite the entire 13th chapter once. So with that, tomorrow we will finish the 13th chapter, and then we still have 3 more sections called Rahasya Traya. So we will explain the Rahasya Traya. As it says Rahasya, it has lot of Rahasyas
meaning.
about Devi, about
Secret.
Adya Shakti, how she comes out in different forms. So actually we will explain more when we come there. So there are almost, I think for the 3 Rahasya Trayas, we might need 4 classes. We'll try to finish it in the next 4 classes. So until then, Shri Matre Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste.